Hello everyone. We are going to talk about Union Budget 2025, key measures and its implication. The government announced its first Union Budget since the general elections earlier this year. Ahead of the budget announcement, there were concerns that the ruling party's inability to win a majority in the recent elections and need to appease its coalition partners would compromise the government's plan to stick to path of fiscal prudence. However, these fears were mostly allayed with the budget plan seeking to deliver a reduction in fiscal deficit target while still addressing most of the key growth and reform needs. We believe this budget can be dubbed as a continuation budget with the government aiming to focus on the economy and its employment agenda, in addition to fiscal prudence and growth. Here are our key takeaways. The first budget of the government in its third term signaled broad policy continuity, striking a balance between macro stability and medium-term economic growth. The budget retained the capex targets in line with the interim budget. The buffer from higher RBI dividend transfer is being utilized to lower the fiscal deficit and increase targeted spending in areas such as new employment and skilling and training schemes, agriculture and food-related support, a special assistance to states, and credit support for affordable housing, amongst others. The government reiterates its commitment to fiscal consolidation by reducing the fiscal 25 central government fiscal deficit target to 4.9% of GDP from 5.6% in fiscal 24. The fiscal 26 deficit is now expected to be lower than the stated intent of 4.5% of GDP, which looks achievable in our view. From fiscal 27 onwards, the government will set a fiscal deficit path that will keep the central government debt to GDP percentage on a declining path. This could give the government greater flexibility to decide on an appropriate fiscal trajectory based on domestic and global macro conditions. The budget not only addressed the immediate economic issues but also laid down a policy roadmap for the next 5 years. The government has also promised to formulate an economic policy framework for long-term economic development with next-generation reforms focusing on productivity of factors of production like land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship, and efficiency of markets and sectors in collaboration with the state governments. Overall, the budget supports our constructive view on the Indian economy. The standout initiatives include the increased focus on employment and skilling, improving ease of doing business for micro, small, and medium enterprises to further manufacturing growth. Continuing emphasis on capex to support infrastructure development, corporate tax rate cut to 35% from 40% for foreign firms investing in India to attract them to set up production bases in India. The prudent fiscal and monetary policy should help ensure macro stability, forming the basis of a sustained growth trajectory.